Why do chameleons' eyes move independently? Chameleons look like they're constantly glitching out. And honestly, that's kind of the entire point. If you've ever watched one closely, each eye sits inside its own little turret-shaped socket and can rotate completely independently of the other. One eye can be locked forward while the other one is scanning straight backward at the exact same time, and it is deeply unsettling to watch the first time you see it happen in real time. Here's why evolution went this route. Chameleons are notoriously slow movers. They're not built for speed, they're built for stealth, creeping along branches at a pace that genuinely wouldn't win a race against a sloth on a bad day. Speed simply isn't part of their survival strategy, which creates a problem. Most animals rely on turning their head to scan their environment, but for a chameleon, every unnecessary movement is a risk. Turning the head means motion, and motion is exactly what gives away a slow-moving animal to a sharp-eyed predator or alerts prey that something's coming. So instead of solving the surveillance problem with movement, evolution gave chameleons a workaround: independent monocular vision, essentially running two separate visual systems at once inside one skull. Each eye on its own covers close to 180 degrees, which means combined, a chameleon gets nearly a complete 360-degree field of view without moving a single neck muscle. It can be actively tracking a cricket on its left side while simultaneously monitoring for an incoming bird threat on its right side. Two completely unrelated visual tasks, processed independently, running in parallel, inside the same brain. What's even stranger is that this system doesn't seem to confuse the chameleon at all. To us, trying to watch two completely different scenes at once would feel mentally exhausting within seconds. But the chameleon's nervous system has evolved specifically to handle that workload. Instead of constantly blending both images together, each eye effectively gathers its own stream of information until the brain decides that something deserves immediate attention. That means while one eye casually sweeps the landscape for predators, the other can patiently inspect leaves, branches, and tiny movements that might reveal an unsuspecting insect. It's a level of multitasking that almost feels mechanical rather than biological. The chameleon has an amazing body that seems almost like science fiction. Imagine a small security room with two guards, each watching a different screen without knowing what the other sees, but both working for the same boss. That is how a chameleon's eyes and brain work. Each eye moves on its own, watching for danger or food at the same time. For comparison, most predator species, humans included, rely on overlapping binocular vision from both eyes pointed roughly the same direction, sacrificing peripheral awareness for depth perception. Chameleons flip that trade-off almost entirely in favor of awareness, at least until they need precision. And that's where things get even more impressive. The instant a chameleon spots potential prey with one eye, something remarkable happens. Both eyes snap into sync almost instantly and lock onto the same target together. That's the moment binocular vision and proper depth perception kick in, which the chameleon absolutely needs because it's about to fire off that famously elastic, sticky-tipped tongue with split-second accuracy at a target that could be more than its entire body length away. Missing isn't really an option when you're that slow and that exposed, so the targeting has to be precise. Researchers studying chameleon vision have found their eyes can also independently adjust focus, meaning each eye is essentially solving its own depth and distance calculation completely separately before that sudden switch to combined tracking happens. It's the visual equivalent of running two independent camera feeds with separate autofocus systems, then instantly fusing them into a single stereo image the moment a target becomes worth committing to. So a chameleon's brain is quite literally processing two completely separate, simultaneous visual feeds for most of the day, only merging them into a unified system in the rare moments that demand precision targeting. No predator on land does anything quite like it, and frankly, most consumer camera technology humans have built still can't replicate that kind of independent dual tracking, followed by an instant synchronized lock-on. The next time you see a chameleon just casually sitting on a branch, looking like it's malfunctioning slightly, remember it's actually running one of the more advanced visual operating systems in the entire animal kingdom. built specifically for an animal that survives by never having to move fast, or honestly, much at all.